Okay, now let's check out actually the way to attach it to the skeleton. All right, it is not a parenting. All right, besides we'll do the hands with parenting, but that's a different story because you attach it to that, to the eye candle, just like we did the feet. So you can do parenting. On the others, you can't because you're attaching directly to the actual skeleton, and that doesn't work that way. So we need to use something called constraining. It's like a parenting, but it goes across channels, and it's a different system for Maya, but it works like that. You don't have a parent, you have a master. You don't have a child, you have a slave. So it's a master to slave relationship. In the parenting, so listen to me closely. In the parenting, you select the child first, then the parent. In the constraining, you select the master first and then the slave. It is reversed thought process than the parenting, so be very careful. You have a parent one, I don't use it because it has tendency to break down during animations, all right? So what I use is we need point, all right, and we need orient, okay? Point is for motion, to move it, all right? Orient is for rotation. Aiming would be for if your people to turn their head all the time watching an object like a tennis match, the tennis ball moving left and right. That would do that all the time. It would aim at it all the time. We don't need that for now, okay? We used it in the eyes setup, all right? But that's pretty much it for now, okay? So we're gonna do point and orient. Let's start. So number one, we're gonna constrain that to the pelvis. So let's zoom in. And we do master slave. That's the master right here. And let me make it that smaller. All right. This is right here the slave. All right. And we are going to go into the constrain point, but we're going to the option. There's a very important option that we need to change. Right here, we want to make sure we click on maintain offset, or it will just have will go right at the master, okay? And then we don't want that. And then we apply. And we test right away. Plus or minus on your keyboard, make the gizmo get smaller or bigger. Thank you. And you see, up now, actually, let me select just the circle. See, it turned it purplish. It tells me it is connected. If I move that, it'll move with it, okay? Meaning now, if I move the bottom one, if I move the bottom one that is connected to the top one, it'll go with it too. Gotcha? Okay, so that's why we do it. Now let's go and do the rest. So we've done that. We're gonna do the same one for the shoulder. So we go in and we say this is the master. Make space for it. Let me zoom out just a second. So we said this is the master. This is the slave. Yeah, sorry, wrong button. This is a slave right here. And I'm going to go to constrain. No need to change the option. It's good. And I'm doing a point constraint right here. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing for the two others right now. Master. Sorry. Slave. Point constraint. And the last one, we don't really need it because it's for the actual actually we do apologize, it's not the eyes. So master and then the slave, and we do constraint point. And that's all good, but it's not enough because we have just done the system for moving, for translation in reality. See, so you test it and everything goes with it. So they'll use that video game to move the character. All right, so the thing is that we have just, if I rotate it, nothing's gonna happen. So if I go right here, for example, and do a rotate, nothing happens. And that's a big problem because we need to have stuff happen when we do that. So we need to do another constraint on top of it again for the same bones. So, and this time we're gonna do the second one I told you about, which is the orient constraint. So we do master, hold on, let me make that real small. Slave. We go to the option the first time to change the same option, that would be the offset, maintain. We click on that to make sure, and we apply. We can keep it open so we can do it a couple of times like that. Because we're gonna go right here, and we're gonna go do that in those right there. So we're gonna select that one, and we're gonna select that node right here, and we're gonna do also an orient. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing. Let me zoom in with this one and the other one. So we have that one selected. We are going to go smaller, slave, point, and the last one, master, slave, and then orient, all orient. Okay, now if I go, we need to check it out. All right, and we are right there. Now if I do that and select it right here, go to the move, make it bigger so I can see my gizmo at plus and minus, and try to move it now, everything should go with it perfectly. And if I try to rotate it, everything should be rotating with it. Alright, as you can see, it works perfectly. And then we should be able to rotate the same way everything from the other controls. So we're good to go. Okay, so that works really well. Now we have one control to do, is the one for the hands. Usually I do a poly sphere. Alright, that I'm going to attach by snapping to point to the wrist. Alright, make it smaller on snap. Alright, zoom in. Alright, and you do that. Basically you do a parent this time. It's easy. So it's child. Sorry, this is child. The IK is the child, and the parent is the sphere. You click on P, and now when you move that sphere right here, it moves the arm with it. Alright? And you do the same thing for the other side, and you attach that sphere to the shoulders so it goes with it. So that became the child of that parent right here. So when you do anything with that one, it'll go with it too. Alright? And you're done. This is it. Alright? You do that obviously for the other hand, and you are good to go. If you have control in your finger IK, all the IK, just keep them at IK, don't do control. Well, you can do circles around them if you want to, and then you attach it to the wrist node, basically, like I just did. Okay, so like that it works. Well, I hope that helps even more. Okay, it's the same version, you guys. I just did it a different way slightly. And good luck. Start right away, and make sure you email, you text. You post your questions online when you have one.